Greetings of peace. It's just a quick update on my status as far as the motorcycle crash incident that I had a couple of weeks ago. Mentally, good. Spiritually, great. Emotionally, superb. Physically, hey, we getting there one day at a time. 4.5 hour surgery, major surgery. A lot of screws and metal up in me now. Great surgeon, Greg Schmeling. Got to send a shout out to my surgical team that really put me back together. I was broken and they fixed it. So shout out to the staff at Freighter, Wauwatosa, Wisconsin. Just a great team. You know, I had a great team around me, still got a great team around me. I mean, I just can't say enough about the care that I got there, you know, whilst there and post-care, you know, from the surgery to blood transfusion, just the whole nine. You know, I went through many different levels before I could even get discharged, you know, released home in essence. But enough about that. We good. What I did want to touch base on today is loyalty and disloyalty, love and no love. I think a lot of us find ourselves unconsciously in a complacent state of being. You have brothers that scream love easily and quickly, or scream loyalty easily and quickly, or scream fam easily and quickly, scream gang gang easily and quickly. But the reality is that these are just empty slogans, is what I found in my experiences in life. Those that love you make time for you. Believe that. Those that got your back, they're there 100%. It ain't no never questioning that. Those that's gonna ride for you, they already in the lane with you. A man should never need or feel the need to coach an individual on how to be in their corner. If I gotta coach you on how to be there for me, if I gotta talk to you constantly about how to be there for me, I don't need you. You know, it's like me talking to myself in the mirror and hoping that I'm gonna get a positive result or outcome. I've been a rider my whole life. I got a history. I had attachments, you know what I'm saying, to an organization. I'm not gonna put that out there. I have an attachment now to this deen of mine, Islam. I've been a Muslim for 20 plus years. And I'm just loyal to this deen, to Islam, as I was to the organization prior to that really led me to Islam by the will of Allah. But what I found since I've been a Muslim is that it's good when it's good, and when it's bad, it's not good. In other words, when it's good and everything is on the upswing, individuals is with you, they riding with you, right? But when it's bad, individuals are nowhere to be found. No calls, no texts, no roll-throughs, no ride-throughs to see how individual is, no checkups, no check-ins, just checking out. And that's cool. You know, as individual beings, and especially those of supreme faith, we have to know, we must know that we need no one in this world except for the Most High. You know, I give all due praise to Allah, who has seen me through each and every trial and tribulation, situation of turmoil, you know, and goodness. At the end of the day, I'm not shooting shots at anybody. But if you feel like you've been hit, It is what it is. You should have had on a better vest. The reality of this all is that during this last trial and tribulation and current trial and tribulation that I'm going through currently, you know, I have a handful of individuals in my corner, a couple that are Muslim, and the rest of them are just my bloodline, you know what I mean? My family members, my relos or relatives, or, you know, that's it, you know. So, at the end of the day, in reflection, I found myself usually always giving more than I was receiving. And a lot of what I gave was in the name of that which I believed in, with no intent on wanting anything back other than loyalty, you know, other than honesty, you know, other than truth and peace and justice in all matters. That's it. Nothing above and beyond, because sometimes you're going to give more than you're ever going to receive back. This has to be an understanding that we have within ourselves in order to navigate through life. Once we get caught up in the thought processing of, oh, well, I did this for this individual, I did that for this individual, and so I'm not getting that back, you're going to find yourself painted into a corner. Normally, you're never going to get back what you dole out. That's just the reality. So I had a couple individuals reach out after I received a text message early this morning from a brother checking in on me and how I'm healing and how I'm recovering. You know, which even him and our relationship had been strained over like the past year and a half, really behind some disloyalty, some acts of injustice and siding with those who are really the op. You know what I mean? But not to the point to where I felt the need to cut him off completely, but to the point to where I had to fall back. I don't beef with brothers, you know, that's Muslims. I don't beef with them. I don't even beef with family members, you know. I just give them some distance, you know, and I give them enough distance to understand and to reflect on why I've stepped back, and whether or not they take heed to that or they even care. It doesn't matter to me, because life goes on at the end of the day. You know, Allah got him, you know, and always has had me. So I never felt the need to attach myself to somebody to the point to where I'm a dependent. You know, I can't move by myself. I gotta have a clique of individuals behind me. I have to have this, that, and the third from other individuals to validate who I am, you know, as a man and as a king. You know, so with that being said, I just want the message to be reached out to all of you that realize who you have by you, if they're really even by you, right? Because in reality, we really don't know who we have by us until we go through something that would all but sever us or separate us from them. Whether that's incarceration, been there, did that most of my life, by the way. Whether it's financial troubles, been there, done that, been in the block, hustling, you know. Whether it's just emotional breakdown, you know, or breakdown in your faith. And I've been there and I did that too. But I pay attention. I pay attention to those who are around me. Even if I don't say anything, I see shadiness, I move differently. You know, if you haven't read the book, The Art of War, read the book. Take notes. Activate it within yourself, because the reality is this earth is a battle zone, and when we allow ourselves to believe that somehow this is paradise, or everything is going to be of ease, that's really not reality. That's a disreality. If you look at different situations that has happened in social media, whether it be rappers or stars or hood cats or whatever it may be, if you take a peek at who knocked them off, who knocked them down, who knocked them out, it's usually those that was closest to them. And the reason why they were able to do that is because if you think about it, the opposition can never get close enough to me to even touch me, let alone breathe on me. I'm never going to allow that. I'm never going to allow that. But those who we allow into our inner circle, our cipher, these would be the same ones that'll knock you down, knock you out, or knock you off the map. Because they already have an end. You trust them, you love them, you think they love you, you think they trust you. But often individuals are plotting. They sidelining you, they side-eyeing you, they side-eyeing your piece, your chick, your queen, your dime, your dame. They side-eyeing your money or what you have accumulated. Material things. All of these things will perish. So the wise man does not hold on to these things as if he possesses them. Because the reality is, no matter what your faith background is or what you believe in, I promise you, not even your soul belongs to you. So material things that I've accumulated, whether it's jewelry or whatever the case may be, hats or whatever it may be, vehicles, motorcycles, a condo, whatever it may be, it doesn't matter. Because none of this belongs to me. That's the reality that I live in. None of it belongs to me. This can all be taken from me by Allah, just like it was granted to me by Allah. So I'm encouraging everybody to take a peek at who your inner circle is. Pay attention to red flags. It doesn't take much. It could be a little statement. It could be a little action. It could be a little disappearing act or excuses or individuals getting in their chest, getting in their feelings over something petty, and really minor in nature. Pay attention to that because these are red flags. And so for me, when these red flags arise, I go with the conscious mind and I cut them off. It ain't nothing to cut them off. To me, for everything that I done been through, I deal with Allah on my actions on the day of judgment, just like other individuals would deal with their actions and their intentions on the day of judgment. That's just how I think. That's how I believe. That's what I know to be truth and what I know to be real. So everybody or anybody can have anything and everything to say about how you move and groove. But at the end of the day, it's about self-sustainability. It's about self-advancement. It's about self-protection, self-alliance and reliance. All of these things. I can give multiple examples from Malcolm X to Martin Luther King Jr. to Mo 3 to Tupac Shakur to Biggie. I mean, it's just so many different names I can throw out there. These are all individuals that were sniped and knocked off the map by individuals who knew them personally, was close to them, and was directly or indirectly within their circle. Close enough to murder them. Close enough to knock them off the map. Close enough to cut off their television permanently and send them 6 feet deep. So with that being said, we have to take a step back in life. Look at life for what it is. Look at loyalty for what it is. And look at love for what it is. There's no such thing as real love. There's no such thing as real loyalty. There's no such thing as a real man. You either are or you aren't. It's either love or it's hate. It's either loyalty or it's disloyalty. There is no in between. Make no mistake about it. There is no in between. So as we tell ourselves, love fam, love gang, salam alaikum ak, I love you ak, for the sake of Allah ak. Really review who these individuals' jackets are. Really take a peek at who these individuals are. How they are with their family. You know, how they are in these streets. How they were prior to, how they were afterwards. Because I'm going to tell you this right now. And you can look at my whole jacket. I encourage everybody to look and take a peek at my jacket. I've always been 100. I've always kept my mouth shut. I've always took my weight. I've always did that time. You know what I'm saying? Even when the crime wasn't necessarily mine. You know, I've always lawyered up. I've always went to trial. You know, I've always taken the plea if I felt like it was necessary in order to avoid a life bit. And I faced hundreds of years in my lifetime. And I've done over 2 decades out of my 43 years on this earth. So, with all due respect, I am a retired street general. I was out there getting it. But Allah turned my mindset around. Allah turned my heart. And Allah gave me the greatest guidance that I could have ever gotten in my life. 5 daily salat, doing that. Trying to stay away from the haram, you know, the haram meaning forbidden, you know what I mean? Not good for you. The opposite of tayyib, which means good for you. You know, good for your soul. So, I do my best to stay away from the haram. You know what I mean? From the doubtful even. You know, and that doesn't just include food, liquor, weed, drugs, women. You know, this includes people. Some people are haram for your life. You know, some people are against the grain. And they're not always going to reveal themselves to you. Some people know how to play the game just as well as you do. These are real facts. I'll say it again. This earth is a battle zone. You can call it a chessboard if that's what you want to do. You can call it checkers if that's what you want to do. You can call it poker if that's what you want to do. But at the end of the day, this earth is a battle zone. And we was placed on this earth just to see how we would navigate through this battle zone. And fighting against the evils and the ills of mankind. And fighting against the evil and the ills of our own lower-based desires. And fighting against the evils and the ills of the accursed one, Shaitan. I encourage you all to take a look at your circle. Because you came up with dude in the trap. Because you came up with this brother in the mosque or in the church or in the synagogue or in the temple. This might just be the one that'll knock you off the map. If you doing righteous, if you got good in you, if you giving good to the people, if you're a good person, people lose you. You don't lose them. And whether they reflect on it later in life or not, the reality is Allah will remove people from your life that are not meant for you and your life. We have to pay attention to the signs and the symbols because these are for the conscious mind. So on that, message for the day is read and review those who are in your circle and your cipher. Read and review those who you standing in the ranks with when you're doing salat. Because a brother tell me assalamu alaikum does not mean that he is not going to harm me or my family. This is why I'm private. This is why no one knows where I live at. This is why individuals don't know how much I have material-wise, where I'm moving and grooving at, what state I'm in. What state I'm in even in making this video, you know. I encourage everybody to be autonomous, to not lean on any one person or group of people from any group within your life. Be autonomous, you know. If you're not on deen, in other words, if you're not on a religious path, if you're not on faith, take a peek at that. Because Allah is the truth. You know, God, Yahweh, you know, whatever name that it is that an individual recognizes the Creator as. There's only one God. So with that being said, I'm going to bring this to a close. I hope that this benefits at least one. Reach one, teach one. It's my hope that it benefits all and brings an awareness to all. But if I can just reach one and teach one, then this was another accomplishment for me. If you like what I had to say, please show that. Show some love. Like and subscribe. If you don't, hey, I accept all. You know, I'm not for everybody and everybody is not for me. But the one thing that you will get from me is pure unadulterated truth. Haq will knock the brains out of falsehood. So please like and subscribe. Show some love. Please add some comments. Do so respectfully. Again, I accept all opinions. And sift through them. And all facts I accept and I act upon. Assalamu alaikum, or peace be to you.